come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
Know what time it is, man. It is the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In Podcast, the bottom of the bottom show. I am Jay Walker the third. That's my partner, them. The other half of the bottom of the bottom show, Carolina Dirt. What's happening with you, player?
It's the Hummmpday happy hour tapping, boy. I'm ready to go. You know, just offline just a minute ago, we talking about this crazy weather. I ain't gonna lie. I stepped outside. I had to go to Lowe's. I stepped outside. I'm like, boy, I like this though.
It's true, like we at the end of April, because it'll be May next week, and it's chilly. Like it's chilly willy. Like I told him, I'm buttoned up to my neck, and I was under a blanket before we started the show, man. We gonna figure this shit out though.
As my homeboy said, I ain't got no neck, so I just cut a big hole in my shirt.
I ain't got much of one. You know what I'm saying? I just know where to stop the buttons at.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we got a dope show for y'all today. We have two talented women in the genre of music. We'll just say music, man. We always try to define things by putting them in a box, and I'm starting to just say what it is, man. Like if it make you feel good and it sound good, then it is what it is. I'll let them explain what their genre is. But coming to the screen, where my people at? Let me get myself together here. Coming to the screen, we're gonna bring in Miss PANESSIA Young.
Hello.
What's
Hello,
going on? How are
everybody.
you this evening?
I am doing great. I want to say thank you both for having me on your show.
Anytime, man. We see y'all working. Steve is I don't even know where he get the energy from, man. I know we about the same age, but I can't move like he move.
I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
know, bro. I don't even think he got a job because he be posting, he be on. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Steve be on it, bro. Like Vanessa, you know, I'll share something you put in or whatever. But boy, Steve, God dog, bro, you must be on her account. You be going so fast, but hey,
Okay.
he working. He a supporter. He's a supporter for you, but he a supporter for the whole state, the whole music scene. Though I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Absolutely. We also gonna bring to the screen Tiffany J. Tiffany J in the building. How are you today?
Well, okay, I'm here. I'm doing well tonight. Thank y'all for having me again.
Absolutely, man.
Always.
It's definitely good that y'all came out. And you know, we just gonna have a little conversation, man. But you know how it go, man. We always do this thing called first call. I will take the bottom screen, Tiffany, and you can take Vanessa. And we gonna it's 5 questions apiece. Like I said, I'll take Tiffany. Carolina gonna take Vanessa, and it's just how you feel in the moment. Ain't no right or wrong answers. You won't be graded, and you ain't gonna win shit. Okay, so Tiffany, best TV theme song.
Ah,
Good Times, Amen, or Family Matters.
amen.
Yeah, I'm about to say amen.
Amen.
I listened to it the other day, and I was like, she was
See,
anointed.
yeah, that's Vanessa Bell Armstrong. I literally just saw it resurfaced on social media like last week.
Okay.
A comedian did like a voiceover reenactment of it. Amen, definitely.
Yeah, she definitely did her thing. Um, favorite contemporary song with the choir.
Favorite contemporary song with the choir. Contemporary means like now. Okay.
Well, new wave. We're not anything after 1999.
I mean that's a lot. I'm a gospel music head, so a lot of music I
Well,
like.
talk
Like
your talk. If you got more than
I
one,
love anything John P. Key has ever put out, anything Kirk Franklin has put out. You know,
okay.
we'll stick with that. But I know, like currently, there was a song on the last Space Jam movie that Kirk Franklin did with uh some rapper, a current rapper, but the song was like "We Win" or something like that. It was pretty dope. Came out
Okay.
the last couple years, so.
Okay. My third question: if you was a fighter, what would your ring entrance music be?
Yeah. I have to since we artists on here tonight, I have to give one of my songs, Super Dope Chick.
Okay, as you should, as you should. Um,
Hey, real quick, it was Lil Baby. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Um, last meal. If you was ever put in a situation, and I know you wouldn't be, where you wouldn't be here with us, what would your last meal be?
Fried pork chop
Mm,
with brown gravy on top.
okay.
With some rice with probably like some turkey wing meat in the gravy, like another type of gravy for the rice.
Yeah, she going to sleep.
Macaroni and cheese. They say I'm about to rest in peace, ain't it?
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese, cabbage, and some Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah,
piece
you're
of
gonna have to wake
birthday
up to finish eating that.
a piece of birthday cake with some sprinkles. Top it off
Okay.
with some lemonade.
Oh shit! All of that. I'm
Yeah.
signing
All
up
of
for
that.
all of that. I ain't mad. And I don't know if you did the question or not, man. We'll do a solid sit off with white room, 3 chairs, you in one chair, 2 empty chairs, dead or alive. Who you want to talk to that's not in your family?
Will Smith and Michael Jackson.
Will Smith was the first. You the first one to say Will Smith. Mike been said, but I think you the first one to say
Yeah.
Will Smith.
That's my 5.
All right, Panessa, which one feels better? Getting your food at the discount or getting a lot of food paying full price?
Mm.
Extra food getting full price, should I say?
Well, I do like to eat, so I would say getting my food at the full price as long as it's a lot.
Yeah.
But
I
that shit
feel
rarely happens anymore.
but you know, sometimes they throw you like an extra piece of chicken in, and you be like, God, oh, boy, I got over this time. Or extra scoop of something. You be like, yeah, I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
Give me a male singer you like to do a duet with.
Lucky Day.
Okay, I heard of him. I don't know if I heard his stuff, but I think I heard
Lucky
of
Day, I like Lucky Day.
Yeah, Lucky Day. He has like a very unique voice.
Okay, and I don't know if you did this. What club was you running around at in your young age in Columbia?
Oh God, my parents were so strict. So I got to go to this club called Classics that used to be open, and that was only for a talent competition.
Okay. Your favorite episode of the Cosby Show?
Mm.
Let me see, because I've looked at so many of them. This is a tough one, but I think I could figure this one out. Let me see. I think it was when Rudy broke something in the house.
The blender?
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody was trying to take the credit for her. I think it was
Petey, the white dude?
Theo? Was it him? I'm trying to think, because it's been so long since I watched that show. but I used to watch it all the time. Her big brother,
Theo.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah. Young
I'm thinking
Theo.
of- yeah, I'm thinking of the one with the little fat white dude.
Yeah, I thought that was something, how he took the blame for it. That was one of my favorite shows of the Cosby Show.
Let me see. What's your favorite pair of shoes to perform in?
Oh my goodness. I got more than one. I have my silver high heels that I love to perform in. That's like my favorite pair because they're so comfortable and I can move a lot. And I don't have to worry about falling.
Because falling is a thing.
I'm about to say falling is definitely a thing. Let me see. So I'll just say your favorite black movie of all time. Your favorite.
I gotta say Friday. I'm sorry.
That is surprising. And not to be on no men versus women. I just knew you was gonna say Color Purple.
I say Friday because I love to laugh. I love to joke and enjoy life. And
That's what's
that
up.
movie is a classic. It's
Indeed.
always something funny. It make you laugh. It put you in a good mood.
It's the funnies are high and it's balanced enough to give you those serious moments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was my 5. Appreciate that, ladies.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Not a problem.
Thanks for having me again. Cause
We had some technical issues last time. I remember. I just want to go in off the block and say, Theo with the Monopoly episode, that's probably my favorite Cosby Show episode.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, I like the one. It was with Raven Simone when he took her to the tap dancing class. He kept and the old man kept saying, "John."
Yeah.
That was my favorite because I do that in the streets now. If one of my homeboys do something, I'd be like, "John."
Yeah, for sure. Well, since everybody put in on it, what you got to say, Tim?
Favorite Cosby Show episode was probably the iconic Ray Charles performance or Ray Charles song performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good.
Now, if you would have asked me my favorite black movie,
Yeah.
it definitely wouldn't have been Color Purple.
What would it be?
Set it off.
Okay.
You right. So let me ask you this: which one of the ladies is closest to your personality?
I'll set it off.
Yeah.
Probably Frankie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably Frankie.
What about you, Vanessa?
Let me see. I'm trying to maybe Jada. Stoney, yeah.
Okay.
Stoney was in a bad way, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. If she
Stoney was in a bad way.
The strings for some change, I might have well said Stoney.
Hey, I forgot she was tricking off in there. I forgot about that.
She was trying to help her brother.
Yeah, I understood.
Not
But that's
that
the only
part,
reason I ain't say Stoney.
but
she the only one made it out. She the only one made it out.
Yeah, as far as being the tough person, the one that's not afraid to stand up, that's the part about her that relates to me, but all that other stuff, I don't know about all that other stuff now.
Because Cleo was supposed to get on her ass when she smacked her.
Yeah.
Now she smacked her for a reason.
Right.
But that was the fakest part of the movie for me. Like, she is towering over her.
She knew better. She knew better. Stoney might have been small, but Cleo knew better.
I guess that's that life lesson. Just because,
Yeah.
small dog gonna fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Small dog don't fight.
Yeah, she was. So, ladies, just because we talking about it, so how y'all felt about Blair Underwood and his role at that time? Like
his character?
Well, him and his character at the same time. Like, how do y'all feel about him being? Because you haven't really heard him being like he's been a couple things afterwards, but he hadn't really been nothing else.
So when Set It Off, I'm obviously younger than all of y'all. When Set It Off came out, I was
hold on, don't make it sound like a whole.
I'm just saying, I was a small child when the movie came out. So
you weren't supposed to watch this film.
I probably wasn't.
Okay.
But I don't know what year the movie came out. I'm not born until 87. So it definitely came out in the 90s.
It gotta be like 94, 95.
Something like that. So I wasn't really like, oh, that's Blair Underwood when I saw it.
I got you.
So, but I recall every time somebody says his name, I think about that movie. Yeah. Now there was another movie he was in called The Sunder that was really good that came out years after that. But yeah, like you said, I don't see him in much. But 96. I know Blair Underwood because of Set It Off.
Well, let me ask you this, because my brother asked us. We usually have men that answer this question. Who was y'all male crush when y'all was young? Who was y'all male crush?
I already said his name, Will Smith.
that was your crush growing up. Okay.
Still, I got to go when Will Smith's book came out in 2021. I think he had a book tour. Mm-hmm. That was the first time I saw Will Smith. That we was in the same room. Even though he was on the stage, I was on the third row in the place. But I had to fly to Philly just for a book tour.
Did you
sing? I have been a huge Will Smith fan since the third grade.
Did you sing for him? Did you just start blurting out song?
No, he literally. I didn't get hands with reach to him. I was literally on the third row in something as big as a Coliseum.
Yeah.
So it was presented like a performance. But yeah, I had to when he dropped the tour dates, and I get to go see Will Smith in some kind of way, form, or fashion. Every single school project I ever did, especially in elementary and middle school, was on Will Smith.
He's an influential dude, man. I guess for our generation, that's probably one of the first Ashy the Classy moments. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I can dig it. Who was your crush, Vanessa?
Well, I was into music, so Ralph Tresvant from New Edition.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Did you go to the concert the other week? Not the other week. What is about a month ago now?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could have went to the concert.
I went. It was a really, really good concert.
Oh, that's great.
You said Bobby Brown was out there in slow motion, huh?
When they came to Columbia was the very first stop on the tour. That was the first night. The Columbia show. He went out it was planned for him to go out on certain songs, but as it progressed, I saw how he was, taking more massive breaks. He didn't do all of those breaks here. But it was their set was long. They did all of New Edition stuff. Then they did BBD stuff. They did Bobby Brown stuff. They did Johnny Gill stuff. Plus Sweat and Guy. All of that was in that show and Tank.
Wow.
So I can see why he was tired. They was dancing and singing and everybody doing the song. So
it's time to go to bed. so when both of y'all perform, whoever wants to go first, when y'all perform, who do y'all look for I want to do it that way? Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
You going, Tiffany?
I'll go first. So although I hate the term neo soul, I love neo soul artists. So I love to look at live performances of people like Jill Scott. Jill Scott is not only a singer, but she's a lyricist. She literally spits poetry in her music, or she tells stories. And the way that I feel I write, I'm a storyteller in the song. So just the way she connects with the crowd. I actually went to Jill Scott's concert when she just came here last month too, or the month before. That was a really good show. But people like that specialize in live performance that does not necessarily involve choreography, because I can't dance and that ain't what I'm trying to do. So seeing Janet Jackson, last night is like if it were Ray, but I ain't trying to do all them 8 counts.
Yeah.
Hey, she out there like Bobby. Hey man, y'all go ahead. I'll be back next time.
Yeah. Hire somebody for that part.
I say what, Janet, 52, 51?
She might be older than that.
She older than that.
Is she?
Yeah. She's older than that.
She might be like 58.
Well, I guess if you ain't never really had to work a real job, you could be in condition. I just can't see it. I'm probably like Bobby. Hey, come on. You know what I'm talking about?
But that's the same situation though. If you talking saying that, that's not.
But Bobby did drugs. Let's be honest. Bobby and Janet did not have the same trajectory.
But Bobby and Janet was together at one point in time. Let's not forget that little nugget.
Yeah, and then when they found out, that shit just disappeared.
And she 56.
56. Okay.
Panessa,
yeah, I mean that Rhythm Nation stuff. Velvet Rope was probably one of the most underrated albums ever to me. Like it just had a super dope vibe. The transitions was good. That's one of them albums you can hit play on and walk around your house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Panessa, what would you like to model your show after, or do you feel like you're a trailblazer? You like the way you rock your show?
I mean, I pretty much like I go with the flow with mine. It's like I don't have to do a bunch of like movement rehearsing. It's like I be creative with, what I come up with, and I do move. I don't know if you've seen any of my shows, but I do a little moving with mine because of the type of songs that I have created, and the type of music that I have created is like I write about experiences that people can relate to. And I got a little bit of, dance movement type music, so it's like I kind of mix up my style because I don't want my listeners to get bored with me. So I kind of mix it up.
How do you, I'm going to ask you, Panessa, what's the longest between performances you think you've done in your career?
On my birthday celebration, that was about like a 40-minute straight set that I did.
Oh no, I'm talking about like between performances, like you perform in January and then you perform next in April. Like, what's the longest time in between performances?
Let me see. I guess that would be something I did last year. When I went, I did like a 3-month separation.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
How do you, because you are, mobile and moving on the stage and you dancing and performing, like, I know nerves play a big part and you can get ahead of yourself. So how do you balance that, nerve energy versus being where you need to be so that you can hit your notes, so you can be ready for your transitions and things like that?
There's no really way I can really explain it, because for one thing, it's like once I go into the zone, it's like I realize I got to put on like the best show. Each show got to be like the best show. So what I do is I go into my musical zone. So I know I don't want to run out of breath. So I just work on, I do like my slow songs, then I turn around, mix it up, come back, give myself a chance to, catch my breath. And, pretty much like I said, I be creative. So, with my movements, so I won't tire myself out.
Absolutely.
I might pull a chair out and sit down and start singing, pull that chair out, sit down, still giving them my notes, letting them know I'm still here, Then after that song done, then I'm up on my feet again, gotta mix it up.
For sure.
Let me ask you this, because I know rappers do it all the time. What do you do when if you forget your lyrics? Because rappers can freestyle or they'll do whatever. What as a singer, how do you get over that hurdle if you forget your lyrics?
Add some ad libs.
So that run wasn't there the last time she sang.
I do some ad libs, kind of, fix it up, make it where they can't tell, so. Because you don't ever want to stop. You don't ever want to stop in the middle of the song, like looking lost, because people will pick up on it. And, they always got their cameras out. They always got their phones out. So you already know, you don't want them to catch you at that moment,
Right. So you are now, Tiff, you play with a band now, and this is your last time you was kind of moving pieces around. Your band is steady now?
Last time I talked to y'all?
Yeah.
So that's a hard question to answer. So I have a set of musicians that I work with, but I might not call the same set for every single show. So I have several people that play keys, a couple people that play drums, a couple people that play bass, a couple guitarists I can call. So depending on what the event is and who's available is who I take for a show. Now for big things, or let me rephrase that, who I take for a gig. I distinguish a difference between gig and show. So a gig for me is like somebody has booked me to perform set amount of time somewhere. A show is like something I am either putting on myself or it's like a feature presentation of me. It's like a higher ticket price than, a gig at a bar or whatnot. So for my shows, I like to stick with a core set of people. I have a main keyboardist. Well, I actually have two keyboard players that of everybody I rock with, those are two people I'm gonna say those are mine.
Okay.
I have, a bass player that I call a lot. At the end of the day, I am not a full-time musician. So just in my way of thinking, I cannot make claim on these people that I do not pay full-time.
Understood.
So they have their own endeavors. They, gig with other people. So just kind of depending on availability is who I call. But I have a lot of musicians that are loyal to me, and that know my music enough for me to be like, all right, I got to go somewhere tomorrow. Y'all available? Let's go.
Right.
I mean, I wanted to ask you, like, is it hard to get in rhythm with like people that you don't use all the time, like because you might use it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, is there somebody that you won't call back?
Oh, absolutely on that one too. But like building chemistry with people is so important in music, especially when you playing with the band. Because like y'all were asking Panessa about missing words. Like the last time I messed up some words was in December, and it wasn't my song. It was for a Christmas situation, and I just made a joke about it because I'm like a jokester. Right. But there's other times I've forgotten the words of my own song, and I just do whatever, and it's like I make the mistake intentional. So, it's the same thing though when you might go a different way. See, the freedom I like about performing with the band, I am trying to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. is getting.
No, you good.
The thing I like about performing with a band so much so than performing with tracks is I don't necessarily have to stay in the lane of whatever the song is. If I feel like I'm going in this direction or I want to mash in this real quick,
right?
Band knows me enough or has enough chemistry with me to follow me, and you can't necessarily throw that on a brand new musician.
Of course,
you don't have that, rapport with.
That's I like that answer because like that's a question like you don't hear too many singers talk about. Like I said, you hear rappers talk about it all the time. I forgot my lyrics, so I just did this. But you don't hear too many R&B. Like we know R&B people do it. You just don't hear them talk about it. Because like you said, they can create something with the ad libs or the run, or you can
or just throw the mic out there.
Oh yeah, throw the mic out there.
That's classic, especially on a cover. Yeah. But everybody know, but you just forgot the part.
Right.
Hold that mic out and let them say the line.
But I guess you sing so well it don't matter. I get like that's the savior.
It matters if you sit in your mistake, it matters.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
If you use that mistake as an opportunity to be creative, then it's just showing you how out of the box you can be. You're not predictable.
Yeah.
Because I know when Panessa was mentioning that you said just made a little joke about the ad lib wasn't there last time. Well, that means she do it a different way every time. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right.
So
what's harder? What's harder then? The DJ messing up the track in the background, or like your band do something that's messed up that doesn't go with the song?
It's the DJ.
I had this DJ. I had to go do a track performance, and you know how DJs will speed up tracks or slow down tracks. Now, what happens is when you speed it up. Well, either way, the keys change. When you speed it up, the pitches get higher. You slow it down, the pitches get slower. And I had to perform this particular day. He did not adjust his mixer back to the regular tempo. So when he started playing my track, it was a tad bit faster than it was supposed to be. And I looked at him in the mic. I was like, can you please start it over and start the tempo back right? Because like this, I know my music. I know the song wasn't in the right key. Because you done sped up something earlier and then forgot to switch it back when you playing my music. So it depends, because a band can make a horrible fumble too. So it just kind of depends on the situation. But that definitely happened to me one time, and I was like, no, we starting this over because that's not how my song sound.
That'd be my part. Like when I see singers get on, like I went to the Southern Plug Awards. I went to Southern Plug Awards and the music wasn't right for a singer. It's just like when I see people about to sing and then they cut to the DJ, it's like y'all having y'all own moment with the DJ. I just try to figure out which one's worse. Y'all having that moment with the DJ on stage, or y'all having that moment with the band on stage. It's like, hey, get my shit right. But I feel like the band can play it off a little bit better than the DJ.
Yeah, I agree. The band
so you remember like
they created something.
With 5 Heartbeats, Buddy had to get up that piano. You got to get off. You know what I'm talking about?
Duck had to kick that man off the piano.
This is just a kind of an open discussion. I just found it interesting. I was reading today. Are both of y'all familiar with Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
The song "Thinking Out Loud."
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ed Sheeran is being sued by the estate of Marvin Gaye.
Let's get it on.
For Let's Get It On. And I love music. And I've heard Thinking Out Loud 1,000 times.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all put that with Let's Get It On?
Not, like in my head, I'm playing the two. Trying to figure I gotta go listen to both of them now.
Right. Well, that's your homework assignment. This is the thing is like, and it's like everything else. It's rap music, it's movies, it's books. When you're in a creative space, we all generally have a similar skill set. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There ain't but so many keys. There ain't but so many, you know what I'm saying, You can play with tempos, you can play with harmonies, but have you ever felt like somebody stole your song?
So I do have I don't think this person heard my song, but when the song dropped, it was just so familiar to a song I had put out the year before. And it ain't identical, but my song is called, and now mind you, this was a national song. I heard the song on the radio.
Okay.
Like I heard it on the radio, but my song came out like the year or so before. And I was like, I don't know who this artist is, a brand new artist, but what if they heard my song? Because my song is called Vibe With You. I cannot remember the guy's name. I feel like his name is Brian, something with Brown in it. But his song is called Vibe. And my hook goes, I want to vibe with you. I want to vibe with you. I want to. Here's go, vibe with you, vibe with you. It's like the lyrics are similar, and then the flip, like the way that we do the choruses are similar enough to kind of insinuate maybe one of them was inspired by the other one, or heard and was like, well, let me flip it a little bit. So I did have that thought, but I don't know this artist. It's a national artist bigger than me. But when that song came out and I kept hearing it on the radio, I was like, this sounds like my song. So
how about you, Panessa? You ever been in a situation like that?
No, I have not.
Okay. So, the thing is, and I don't think that you off base, Tiff, because the internet is the playground. It's the one place where everybody can go and have an experience.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with you. I just thought that was weird. Like, again, I'm thinking out loud. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
It's probably like chord progressions or something. And probably the melody of how he's saying something. It's probably not even lyrics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what song would either one of y'all want to sample? Like, if y'all can sample any song, not cover, just sample any song. Panessa, we'll go with you first. What song would you like to sample? No budget, any song.
Like a back in the day type style?
It don't matter. Just whatever song.
Everybody knows the old stuff is what's like. That's why Silk Sonic is winning. Silk Sonic ain't doing nothing special, but going back to that good old R&B funk era. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna live off of that. They gonna eat off of that.
Every reunion, every family reunion, every damn Vegas trip, the backyard party. It's not going to be outdated.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah, Panessa, whatever song, just whatever come to your mind that you feel like you would like to sample. No budget. I know Steve likes Prince, so he probably going to ask you to do a Prince song.
Yes, that's his favorite male artist. Let me see. I was going to say something by Alicia Keys or something, but something like Falling, something.
Okay.
Something like that, something kind of in that neighborhood.
Okay. What about you, Tip?
I would either choose Always and Forever, Heat Wave, or Sweet Love, Anita Baker.
Are y'all picking these songs because it matches y'all vocals or matches where y'all want to go?
No, not necessarily because it matched my vocal. Well, first of all, Always and Forever is my all-time favorite song of all time. Like, so if I could just sample that, I would. I just put my last single came out in February and it's called Sweet Love Song. And if I could have sampled a song, I would have sampled Sweet Love Anita Baker in that song.
Okay.
So it was a recent thought for that one.
Okay. You say you're younger than us, but you got that vibe with you, though.
Oh, I definitely got an old soul now.
Yeah.
I
was
love classic soul music.
was so weird about like I didn't care for Anita Baker when I was young. I know it sounds blasphemous to say it. So I used to be like, Anita Baker sound like Freddie Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And then they both can sing. Don't front like Freddie can't sing now.
No, he can.
But then I started listening to because Anita Baker had a resurface. I think she got her master's back. And there was all kinds of hoopla about her. And I went back and listened to it, and I was like, oh shit, I get it now. My ears weren't in tune for that. Are there songs that you have done, and I'll go with you first, Vanessa, songs that you have done that you, after learning so much, after doing so many songs that you've done, that you could recreate in a better way now? Or is there one that you would do?
Yes, it's one of my songs off of my very first album. It's called When Love Comes.
Okay.
And I've wanted to go back and get into the studio and redo that song. I've thought about that many times, and I think I will do that soon.
Okay. What about you, Tiff?
I think if I could do my whole first EP over, I would.
Okay.
I would approach things a little bit differently too. But it's always not necessarily making something better. Is as I grow older, there are new perspectives on the same message or different ways I would like to deliver it. So it's just more ideas. And I guess because I perform live with a band so much, I hear new things to it. And I have live versions of things that aren't records that I've been doing live, but it's not on the record. And that's kind of the reason why I'm doing a live recording for my third album, is to like recreate or reharm some songs plus do some new stuff. But yeah, I definitely have a few to choose from.
So how do y'all feel not before the performance part, when you wake up knowing you got to perform?
How do you feel?
Like, yeah, how do you feel just waking up that day? You know, both of y'all probably, I ain't gonna say, I don't want to assume, y'all blessed to wake up, but knowing you got to perform. So just waking up to perform that day, even though you might not perform till 8 o'clock at night, let's just say you wake up at 9, but it's performance day. Like, how do you feel waking up?
I feel great.
Yeah, it's kind of like game day.
Yeah,
that's
especially with the big show. So I try to be a little more wise now. I try to make sure I eat. Like, I try to make sure I don't do any other work that day. I just kind of set aside time so that I'm not tired out before the performance. So one of the things I love to do on show days is get a massage if I can. It definitely helps relax me and just ease the stress. And I don't want to answer the phone, especially if it's like a show I'm putting on. Don't call me the day of the show talking about is there still tickets or way to place at? Go look online. Like, I don't understand why people do that.
People do that last minute.
Because they want the hookup. They don't want to do what everybody else did.
They willing to pay whatever, but y'all, first of all, y'all last minute. Y'all wait till the last minute to do stuff and then want to call me, ask, now what the place by? Don't call me.
Yeah.
Like, don't call me about nothing.
Right.
That happened to me.
Hey, that's that. Hey, who all over there? They want to find out who all gonna be there.
Yeah, what time you gonna get there?
She is absolutely correct.
Look online, all this promotional materials out here. You know what I mean? Answers to y'all questions out here some way. Don't call me.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, I say the same thing because that happens to me too. Like, people there, I'm trying to get ready and people calling me, inboxing me.
Right.
Asking me what time am I going up.
Oh, that too. Especially if you're on the show with other people.
Right.
What time you saying? You know what time it's gonna be over? I don't know. Like,
just come see the show.
What time it start? The doors? Like, I don't know.
Right.
We expect people now.
Performing at 8:05. More than likely, is not the time I'm gonna perform.
Right. This is a black production. It could be between 8 and 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what time it is.
That happened to me one time. My cousin bought Bobby Valentino here a couple years ago, and was like, "Yeah, you can perform or whatever." So I get to it was at a lounge club or whatever. Get there, and I thought it was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. I'm just sitting around like people ain't coming into the door 10:30, and then my cousin finally get there and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you go up about 1." I was like, "I think not. I'm about to go home."
I know that's right.
I'm not. You told me 9 o'clock. I'm a stickler on time. I am not about to sit in here and wait to perform at 1 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm going home, and I left.
And you were supposed to. It's just certain things. Like I'm talented too. Yeah. Damn, Bobby Valentino.
Valentino, I didn't even see him perform because he didn't get there till 11:30.
So what did you do? Did you stay?
She said she went home.
I left.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
When I found out that they waiting around, the DJ gonna play till about 11:45. We gonna bring him up about midnight. Then we gonna let y'all go after him. No, I'm going.
So because you said that, do y'all feel? Because we always hear about the rappers about when it comes to promoters for R&B shows.
They the same type of slimy.
Pretty much the same.
I guess it depends.
Because rappers are expected to be late. Singers aren't expected to be late.
It's a difference.
It depends.
It's a difference.
Cause like in the things that I perform at, like there are sound checks and there are like you're expected to be there when you're supposed to be there. Like the stuff I perform at, if you're not to be found, you're not performing.
Okay.
Like we don't know where this artist is. No, that's unprofessional.
Yeah.
So let's take some time. We coming towards the end. And you can go first, Tiff, and then we'll pass it off to Panessia. Run them late, upcoming, newly released, where they can hear you. You know the whole social media thing. This is a moment for you to do that.
So cool beans. So first of all, again, thank y'all for having me. Come and chop it up with y'all on this Wednesday evening. I am, like I mentioned earlier, I'm currently producing a live album recording. And the reason I wanted to do a live album recording is because, like I mentioned earlier, I love the sound that was produced when neo soul, R&B, soul artists had live records. We don't see that a lot anymore in R&B. It's a thing in gospel. But back when there was a Erykah Badu live album, when Jill Scott released live records, when D'Angelo had a live record, I love how those records sound and the authenticity of the energy in the room during those moments. So I was like, I want to do that. So I'm having a live recording concert May 27th. We're filming it and recording it at ETV in Columbia, South Carolina, ETV. Tickets available now. We got VIP and general admission seats, but you'll literally be there in the room while I'm recording my third album live, full band, background singers, whole shebang, and the album will drop in September.
That's super dope.
Yeah, I'm being the front. She got our lyrics. I'm being the front. She got our lyrics.
I hope I don't forget for this. This going on wax, and I'm gonna release a limited edition vinyl of it too.
Okay, that's what's up. So social media, website.
Website IamTiffanyJ.com. Social media, my handle everywhere is at IamTiffanyJ except on Instagram. Instagram at Super Dope Chick, SUPADOPECHICK.
That girl be spelling.
She be spelling. Okay. What you got for the people, Vanessa?
Okay. Of course, my third album, Stay in Your Lane, is out. And for those who want to follow me, Panessia Young, PANESSIA on Facebook, Instagram, China Doll _1 on IG. I also have an artist page on Facebook. It's called The Music of Panessia. And it keeps you updated of the shows that I'm going to be performing at, the shows that I did perform. I also have video clips of my performances. I also have been doing like some singing, like singing on an empty track where people can hear my voice raw, no studio. Just my raw, acapella type styles too. I do that as well. I've even freestyle sing, off the top of my head, just start singing something off the top of my head. I did that at my house restaurant and bar recently when I went out there. I didn't have nothing written. I just started singing to an empty track. And but I also want to start also soon with a band as well, because I've talked about this in the past, and I did sing with a band before when I had a show that I had to get ready for, but I would love to sing with the band. I love to perform live as well. I don't want every performance to be with tracks, so I've also talked about that.
And the band give you them breaks. You could be like, give it up for the drummer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Give musician solos.
Yeah, I love cover songs.
You take a solo.
I love cover songs.
Absolutely.
I do. Oh, she gone. I do want to ask because we just mess with a lot of people since doing this podcast, but we mess with I don't know if you know DJ Tony Gray. He be in Columbia DJing.
We're connected on social media on something.
Well, you know him. Yeah, he do a lot of house tracks. You got a house track?
I don't have a house track.
I'm between. All right, you got a Southern blues track?
I don't.
Okay, Tim. Now you gotta get you one of each of them. We got, okay. But Tony, Tony's from Jersey. He one of our people. We met him outside work, but we found that's outside work. Met him outside of this because we know him outside of the podcast thing. But he from Jersey. He really will play people's tracks. But his knowledge, I think Tony 60 years in. He's probably been DJing over 40 something years. But he really heavy in so he do DJ lives every Thursday for 3 hours.
His blend game is ridiculous. Luther Vandross over house tempo beats. You don't think it work? He make it work.
Okay.
He start at crazy. So when he send the link, when his old lady, I'm just gonna understand you'll probably be busy tomorrow, but you can go back to it. It'd be on Loud or something.
Yeah.
But I just ain't know if you had a house track because I just think your
I know, but I can definitely send her some acapellas in the meantime.
I'm about to say, that's it. She's sending the vocals. It's game over.
In the Southern blues, because just a female Southern blues from South Carolina.
Especially Southern Soul.
Southern Soul.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Southern Soul has grown exponentially. My pops be on that, so we've been on the journey with it. But the level of popularity that it's at now, I would have never suspected.
Yeah, and we gotta definitely shouts out to King George
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. I sent him an invite. I sent him an invite a while back. He didn't hit me back, but that's dope. And
that's right when this shit took off because he the man now.
No, well, yeah. But I also he didn't get to come on this show. Oh, there go Panessia. All right, my bad. Real quick before I'm gonna say something, Panessia, we just asked Tiffany, but do you have a Southern soul track or a house music track?
I have a Southern soul track called Good Life.
Okay. What about a house music track?
Let me see. Do I have a house music track? I don't have a house music track, but I have it's like a pop style.
Okay.
Kind of mixed with a pop style. It could cross over. It's called Getaway. That's the name of the song.
Well, I was telling Tip, we got a DJ Tony Gray. He DJs around. He's from Jersey, but he DJs everywhere. He does a lot of live mixes, but he's a house music DJ. He call it house therapy. That's what they call it. But he'll play your music if he likes it. He's like in tune with music. He's not playing stuff just because the masses like it. He just that much into music. But I did want to tell you before we got off, Marcus Allen was actually supposed to be on this show also. He was the other person.
Wow.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on this show, but he ended up having a show in Vegas.
Okay. I heard it
in a good while.
Yeah,
we have a song together that we used to perform a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't seen Marcus in a minute.
Oh, you sound like you ain't seen him in a minute. Like,
I have not seen Marcus Allen since the pandemic. Like,
yeah, I don't know. You sound like Boomerang Marcus.
But yeah, Marcus is that guy. Yeah.
He was supposed to be here, but he had a show in Vegas. He hit me up yesterday. I was like, he had planned on being here, but he hit me up and said he couldn't make it. We definitely love Mark. Marcus got I wanted all three of y'all to be on here just to, like, me and my brother, we trying to support South Carolina because everybody talk about networking. South Carolina is like the biggest problem. In PANESSIA, we network. And Tiffany, this is your second time on the show. Definitely want to get you back, but we just want to create a unity within our community and our state on this show. Like, ain't no
stop all the foolish hating.
Yeah,
stop hating on people you don't know.
Yeah, like we work together, and our stuff is laid back. Like we ain't trying to get nobody caught up. Like this is us. You catch us outside when this shit turn off, our pops gonna be playing music, and we gonna be out there vibing and drinking.
Indeed. Well, we're gonna go into the last call, which is your moment in the sun, man. Like we're gonna put you up solo on the screen, and you can be motivational. You can curse that motherfucker out that you went to curse out at the light. You can do whatever you want to do. You can share your social media again, however you decide to do it. And we lost Vanessa again, but so it's on you, Tiff.
All right, appreciate y'all again. What I will say to piggyback off of the support unit, just publicly and on this platform, I would definitely love to show thanks and appreciation to my community of supporters. I mentioned I'm doing this live recording album, and I launched a crowdfunding campaign. And through those endeavors, like my community came together and brought me in $12,500 of my $20,000 goal. So I can never say support is not there for me. And I love to speak gratefulness and gratitude. And I feel like if I ever come out of my mouth and say people don't support me, whoever hears that need to get me in line, because there is no way I can say I don't have support.
Absolutely, man. And that's big out here, man. And that's love from the community in a real way. Vanessa, it's your solo, your shout out. Go ahead and shout out your people, whatever you feel like doing right now.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank God for giving me the strength, the voice to be able to do what I'm doing, the knowledge. I also want to thank my family that's supportive. I want to thank all the DJs that supportive with my music. DJ Surplus, how he plays my music on his radio station. DJ Prince Ice, he plays my song Good Life on the Big DM. And it's like, I'm just grateful for everybody that has even put out, gave me like great advice on things, of how to do things a different way and things like that. Because as an artist, I know I always have room to even get better. So I don't have the big head. So, if you're giving me great advice about something, I'm going to listen, so that's how you become better. And so my goal is to do the music and something great happens where I can give back to the community. So I want to thank everybody who's been super supportive. I thank you guys, both of you, for getting me on your show again, because I know I was on your show before. So I thank my husband, Steve Cherokee. He's my manager. best in the solar
hard-working man
system.
in show business.
Yes, he always promotes me. He always, letting people know what I'm doing, how I'm moving with the music and where I'm going to be at. So if they want to come and see me, hear me sing, it's Halo Art. I thank him as well. Big shout out to him as well, because he always made like this platform for this indie artist to get out here and, show our talents, so that's a blessing. Everybody that's been a part of my musical journey, KS and Lee Daniels, I want to thank them also, because I opened up for artist KS in Orlando, Florida on March 23rd. So I had to fly out there and I opened up for him. So it's a great opportunity. So many doors are opening up.
That's what's up, man. And we wish you well on this journey.
Thank you so much. And shout out to you guys as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Carolina, what you want to tell them folks?
Appreciate y'all, ladies. Tip, you already know I be sharing your shit all the time. Most time when you post something, I'm always sharing it. Panessa, I'm always sharing your stuff. I came to your birthday party. You ain't see me on purpose because I didn't tell you I was coming. I just popped up. Yeah, I was off in the corner. If you look at while you was performing, I was off in the corner.
Oh my God.
Once again, we was up for another award this past Sunday at the Southern Independent Award. We didn't win it. We didn't win either. Panessa, I know y'all was there full-fledged supporting Surplus One. But it's just one of those things. People acknowledging what we're doing on the show. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for us. Like, this is who we are on camera. Like, we ain't got a whole bunch of stuff going in the background on purpose. We don't have a whole bunch of stuff. Like, sometimes we got stuff going across screen, but we did tonight on purpose. We feed it to the people that's watching this show as a viewer because we want them to interact so they feel like part of the show. We appreciate both of y'all ladies. Marcus Allen, once again, he's supposed to be on the show. I appreciate him. We was in contact. We'll probably bring him back again. Maybe hopefully try to bring y'all back with him or one of y'all back with him, just however the schedule works out. But network and superpower. I always said network and superpower, network and superpower. And both of y'all have said it. The easiest support is just sharing. So I share y'all stuff. When y'all post something, I share it. Post y'all, I share it. Continue to do that. We got to support each other, regardless if it's South Carolina or Columbia. We Black folk. We all entrepreneurs. We're all grown people. We all got, support is also mental health. People supporting their crash. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all two ladies for doing what y'all do on the microphone and doing what y'all do in the community for the community. Because if somebody listens to y'all music, that's helping them out. So that's why I say for the community and in the community. Continue. Much success for both y'all. And please, 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 I want to have y'all back. So I'll definitely send y'all an invite. I'll put some space in between this episode, but bring both of y'all back.
Appreciate it.
I want to say congratulations, Tiffany, on your project.
Thank you so much. I definitely greatly appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Absolutely, man. Again, man, we're trying to create a community of creators, man. It doesn't matter. We don't have it's no boundaries. We don't have a format. We want to be in the community and of the community. If you are an artist who draws or paints, if you are a comedian, if you are a horse trainer, dog trainer, whatever you do that's special, man. Like the tagline for the show, we don't say it enough, is everybody's extraordinary in their own right. It's just about taking the time to hear their story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we were able to get you guys on a platform, let you express yourself, not necessarily artistically, but to know where the art comes from. That's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Hollow Art. I did 600 seconds with Hollow Art. I know, Panessa, you've done 600 seconds. Did you do it as well, too?
I have.
Okay, absolutely. The My House Showcase, they do weekly, man. They doing real big things for the city. And, we need to support each other, man. I'm tired of, like, once upon a time, I don't even like to talk about it. Back in the day, I did music. I thought I was a rapper, all that good stuff. And there was always that narrative of this group won't work with this group because of this. And we've done it separate and it didn't work. So why not work together? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And again, that's musically, but more importantly, that's community. I want to see people like us, people that look like us, win as well. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. Thank you, Panessa Young. Thank you, TIFFANYJ. We're going to do this again. We appreciate y'all for joining us on the platform. Y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good internet talk. And outside of that, man, till the next time.
Always and forever.
Don't you sing no more. Don't you sing no more. We go.
Have a good night.